What's going on, guys? Today is the first of hopefully many videos that I'm going to be showing you basically everything you need to know about the basics of Blender. Today we're going to start off with just the easiest stuff, literally just opening it up, alright? So, assuming you already have it downloaded, once you open it up, this is what you're going to have. And the screen's going to pop up. If it's not there, that means you might have clicked somewhere. Don't worry about that. You don't actually need it. I'll just show real quick what it is. This up here will just show you what version of Blender you're using. I have 2.76b, the most recent, as of January 5th, 2016. But most of the stuff we'll be doing is the same stuff that's been there since 2013, as far as I know. So then the other things that I used recently is this right here, your recent projects. And that's pretty much it. This picture is going to be basically anything that it's a photo screenshot from one of the big projects that the Blender community works on this part of the year. And so it's always good to kind of go and take a look at what they have done. But without further ado, let's actually get into the program and make something. So if you just click anywhere outside from that little square, you're going to get this. And we already have some stuff, and there's buttons everywhere. Don't freak out. So basically, we have a cube, we have a light right here, and we have a camera. And then this is our floor, this grid. And then everything gray is our world, and it's infinitely big, so you can use as much as you want. And then we have what's called a properties panel, our outline, our timeline, and this is like another little small properties panel. So it's a lot of stuff, plus there's keyboard shortcuts to go over, so we'll hopefully get through it in the next couple of videos. But the first thing I want to start with is moving around. So right now we only see this one view of the cube, and it's also a little small, so how do we zoom in? Well, it's as simple as taking your mouse and scrolling in or scrolling out. So if you're on a web page where you're scrolling up and down, that's how you zoom. And now in order to rotate it to move around in the world, you're going to click down that button, and then you're going to drag. And so you can just go and see anywhere you want. Remember, you can still zoom in and out, and you can move around. And so those are like the big two that you can use. Then there's one other called pan. So let's imagine this thing was really long, and so we want to see something that's way over there. What you're going to do is you're going to hold down Shift, then to do the same thing we did for rotating. You're going to grab down the middle button, and you're going to move. And now we can pan. And that's basically it for navigation. What I'll do, I'll turn on screencast keys, so that way you can see exactly what I'm pushing. So if you look down here, right here, you'll see basically a little version of my mouse, and so you can kind of see how I'm scrolling, if that helps. Alright, so the next step that we'll do is using the keyboard a little bit for looking around. So wonder if we want to see like exactly the front view, exactly the side view. It's kind of hard to get right. So what we'll do is, in the keyboard, push 1. Not the one up on top of the letters, the one in the numpad, alright? The one off to the right for most keyboards. If you don't have it, sorry, you're going to need to find one that does it. So you can kind of see that it's not completely straight either. We could still pan and everything. So what you want to push is 5. What 5 does, it flattens everything. It gets rid of the perspective. So you can still move around from here, but if you want to see this front view, you just push 1. And then if you want to see the side, you push 3. And then if you want to see the top, you push 7. And then from there, the rest of them, 4, 2, 6, and 8, those all kind of rotate it. But that I rarely ever use those. I prefer to just use the mouse manually. And it looks like right now I'm upside down. It's kind of hard to tell with the cube, but you can see where the camera is. Alright, so then that's the basics of that. And then there's 9. I'm actually not really sure what that does. I think that just flips completely. I never use 9. And you can see down here what I push. And now, lastly, we could do a little bit of viewing. So if you push Z in your keyboard, all of a sudden we go into wireframe mode. Now there's another way to do this. If you look down here, right here, if you push Z, you'll see that it changes. And it looks just like how our object looks. So we have wireframe with those lines, and then solid for not. If you click that, you see there's actually a whole bunch. These are the ones we use the most. We may go over material. We'll definitely go over rounded. And then texture possibly. That kind of goes with material. Bounding box, I've never used that really. So yeah, that's it for viewing, and now we can quickly go into a render. If you are on a Windows computer like I am, you could hit F12, function 12, and all of a sudden it renders it with some lighting, and it looks a little bit nicer. It's obviously doesn't look good at all, but yeah, you get the point. We can make it look a lot nicer in the next video. But if you are on a Mac, then what you do is just push render here, and obviously mine was already rendered. If you're right here, and so now if you're wondering how to get back, just hit escape. But there's a chance on Macs that escape might not work. So all you do is, when you are in rendered, right here, you see this little picture. If you click on it, you get a whole lot of options. That's all the views that we have, including the properties panel that we have over here, the outline, the timeline. You can make whatever you want, but what we want is 3D view. And if you want to go back, you can just push the little photo icon right there. Or actually, you could hit F11, and that'll do it as well. So next, that's actually just about it for this video. So next time, we'll hopefully make this render look a little bit nicer. So just to recap, we can rotate, we can zoom, we can pan, we can go to wireframe, and we can render. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.